Good morning, friends. In last lecture, we discussed about the reflection by a prism, right? And also we obtained the relation I plus C is equal to A plus delta, and we also had the equation of the refractive index of a prism n is equal to sin A plus delta m by 2 upon sin A by 2 we derived, right? And today we are going to discuss about the dispersion of a light by a prism. In earlier reflection by a prism, we are using the light must be monochromatic. That means the light is made up of a single wavelength only. Either the yellow light or the orange light, there is the monochromatic light, sodium light. But today, we are going to discuss about that if the light is chromatic light. That means there is the combination of the seven color, red to violet. Okay. So what's happened when this white light and the sunlight is incident on the prism? So immersion ray is not a single light beam. There is divided into its constituent color. Again, when the white light or the sunlight is incident on a prism, so it suffers the reflection, phenomena of reflection, and whatever the light is immersed out from the prism is not a single light, but this light gets divided into its constituent color. Here the seven colors, red to violet. This phenomena is known as the dispersion of a light. So this dispersion of a light and also the rainbow and scattering of a light is not important for the theoretical type question, but that is important for the objective type question and also helpful us in good say, need and also the competitive exam of 1 marks. Sometimes the objective question may be asked. Right, for that purpose, the dispersion of a light by a prism or explain the dispersion of a white light by a prism. So, when a beam of white light or the sunlight incident on a prism, the immersion ray is divided into its constituent colors. Here, what's happened? The dispersion of the red light is being less while the violet light being small. Therefore, the phenomena of splitting of light into its component, whether its constituent color, is known as the dispersion of a light. And this phenomena is also occurs in our daily life. Rainbow in monsoon season take place. What is the bottom color and top color? Bottom color is violet, top is red. Because the red light has the less bend, while the violet light or the blue light is bent more. Therefore, the order of color during the dispersion of light is obtained this way. After that, the pattern of the color components, this pattern of the color component obtained in immersion ray, that is known as the spectrum of a light. That is known as the spectrum of a light. Now, while the sunlight passing through the prism, we get the immersion ray is in 7 color. Suppose this sunlight or the white light passing through the vacuum at that time, so that not divided into the 7 color, what is the reason? So that is depends on the medium through which the sunlight or the white light is passing. Here the two types of the medium, dispersive and non-dispersive medium. Vacuum is non-dispersive medium because in vacuum the speed of all the color line is same. And is equal to 3 into 10 is to 8. That means the speed of a light in a vacuum. For all the color, the value of the speed is same. While in glass medium, here the speed of all colors are not equal, are different. And due to that result, the immersion ray through the prism, generally the prism are made from the glass. So what is the immersion ray? Immersion ray are not emerge out in a single ray that gets divided into the different colors. So the glass is non-dispersive medium, while the vacuum is the dispersive medium. Clear this? So sometimes the question also arises in our mind that when the white light is passing through the vacuum, this phenomena is take place. But when this white light is passing through the prism, this phenomena occurs. Now, next is, what is the rainbow? Now there is a natural occurrence is shown in the monsoon season, this season. Okay. So how the rainbow is formed? Already we learned in our primary level study. The rainbow is an example of dispersion of sunlight by the water drops of the atmosphere. Because in the atmosphere in monsoon season, the dust particle and also the water droplet are present in the atmosphere. When the sunlight passing through this atmosphere, at that time, the dispersion of the light takes place and the rainbow phenomena is take place. This phenomena is due to the combined effect of the dispersion, reflection and reflection of the sunlight by the spherical water drops. Again, the phenomena of rainbow is combined effect of dispersion of a light, reflection and reflection of a light. Right? And why there is the format? Only this rainbow is shown in monsoon season, not in summer or the winter season. Because here the possibility in the atmosphere the water droplets are more, or the water drops are more. Therefore, when the sunlight is passing through this type of the atmosphere, so due to the dispersion phenomena, reflection and reflection phenomena, the rainbow is formed. What is the condition to observing the rainbow? So here the condition for observing a rainbow is that the sun should be shining in one part of the sky. Like this way, there is the sky. The sun must be shining in one side. That means the sun is here. So the sunlight are this way. Now, second is that while the raining is in opposite part of the star, suppose there is the western horizon, there is the star. Here the raindrop takes place in this eastern horizon. Due to this rain, the sunlight passing through the water droplet, and as a result, due to the dispersion phenomena of the light here, the 7 color bands are obtained. 7 color bands are obtained. Now, while the raining is in opposite part of the sky, that means the eastern horizon, an observer can see a rainbow only when it's back up towards the sun. That means the observer can only observe this position when its back is towards the sun. At that time, the observer can see the rainbow in eastern region. So there is the condition for observing a rainbow. Now we are going to discuss about how the rainbow is formed. And sometime in our life also the double rainbow, primary and secondary, are also formed. So how this is formed, we are going to discuss. Okay, now we are going to discuss about how the rainbow is formed in monsoon season. Now, already we learned about the rainbow in primary study, right? Either the 6, 7, or 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now, the formation of the rainbow is that when the sunlight incident on a water drops in the atmosphere. So what's happened? Due to the dispersion of light. So this light is divided into the different colors. That means divided into 7 colors. That means it's constituent colors. Therefore, when the light is incident on a water drop, first there, at that time what's happened? The gas divided into its different colors. Okay. Now there is the water medium. There is the water is also a non-dispersive medium. Therefore, the different color has the different effective indices in a water, and also the speed of the different color in water medium are also different. Therefore, these different colors get divided into red to violet. And after the reflection in the first, when it enters in a water drop, due to the reflection phenomena, so different colors are incident on the inner surface of the water drop. Here, this color are incident at a particular angle. So here the total internal reflection takes place. Total internal reflection takes place. And due to the result, red to violet colors are totally or the internally reflected by the inner surface of a water drops and incident on other surface again and emerge out from the water drops. Again the phenomena of refraction take place. Now listen again, we believe when the sunlight incident on the water drop. So at the first incidence of the sunlight on the water drop, here the first phenomena of refraction take place. Here water drops is the non-dispersive medium. Therefore, the speed of different colors in the water are different, and due to that reason is at the first reflection the sunlight gets divided into its constituent color, and this different color are incident on inner surface of a water drop. So here these different colors are incident at particular angle. This angle is more than the critical angle for water-air interface, and due to the result, this all the colors totally internally reflected and incident on the other side of a drop and emerge out from the droplet. When it emerges out from the droplet, again there is the refracted. Again the phenomena of refraction take place. Therefore, first refraction plus dispersion. Here reflection, first reflection plus dispersion, here internal reflection, and again the reflection phenomena take place. As a result, what's happened? The rainbow is formed because the immersion ray are not a single light ray, but there is divided into its constituent 7 colors. Here the red light is at 42 degrees and violet light is reflected at 40 degrees with the original direction of sunlight. Right? Therefore, this reflected ray enters in the eye of an observer. Therefore, the observer is observing the rainbow. Again, when the sunlight incident on a water drop, or the raindrop is reflected and divided into different colors, so its constituent colors. The larger wavelength of the light, red light has the larger wavelength, is bent less, while the shorter wavelength, that means the violet light, are bent more. That means the bending of the violet takes place more compared to the red light. Therefore, the red light in rainbow is in top, while the violet is at bottom. These different rays incident on the inner surface of the water drops here and get internally reflected, and the reflected light is reflected again as it comes out of the drop. These different colors are incident on the other surface of the water drop, internally reflected and again reflected at the other surface of the water droplet when it comes out from the drops. The violet and red light emerges at the angle violet at 40 and red at 42 degrees with the direction of the sunlight. They are reflected to the incoming sunlight. For other colors, angle lies in between these two values, while the other colors like as the yellow, green, all the colors lies between the 40 to 42 degrees. Therefore, all the colors are lying in this spectrum. Okay. Now, when the rain incident, that means the rain is continuously going to take place. At the time, the different color bands are continuously diode. At that time, how the rainbow is formed? At that time, here we consider the two-end diode. So here, there is the red light is affected by the first diode and violet light is affected by the second diode. Again, the same phenomenon takes place. The sunlight incident on the first diode. Again, it gets divided into its constituent color, and then there is incident on inner surface of the water drops. Right? And after the internally reflected, there is the incident on other surface and then reflection again. Therefore, the red light from diode 1 and violet light from the diode 2 reaches to the observer's eye. Thus, the observer sees a rainbow with the red color on the top and violet is on the bottom. Thus, the primary rainbow is result of the three-step process. One is reflection plus dispersion, second is internal reflection, and next is again refraction. First the reflection plus dispersion, here the internal reflection and here the dispersion, reflection phenomena take place. So the rainbow is formed in three-step process. Reflection, internal reflection or the total internal reflection, and again reflection. So that is the how the primary rainbow. The primary rainbow is formed in the sky in the monsoon season. Sometimes we also see the double rainbow in the space of the sky. At the time what's happened? There the internal reflection takes place 2 times. Internal reflection 2 times. While in secondary rainbow, here the one is the primary, second is on the top of the primary, there is the secondary rainbow. Secondary rainbow is inverted image of the primary rainbow. We are going to discuss about that, how the secondary rainbow is formed. Okay, now after the formation of primary rainbow, how the secondary rainbow is formed? In primary rainbow is formed in 3 steps of processes. One is the reflection, internal reflection, and then reflection again. But here in secondary rainbow, if whatever the process is increased 1 more step, that means in primary rainbow, single times the internal reflection take place. If this internal reflection take place 2 times in a rainbow, at the time the double rainbow are formed, that is known as the secondary rainbow. In this, when the sunlight is entered the rainbow, first there is the reflected and then that get divided into its constituent color. So there is the incident on the other side of a water. So here there is the first time that gets the total internal reflection phenomena. Then again there is the incident on the other point of inner side of the water drop. Again it suffers the total internal reflection, and then it incident on again the one more side of a rainbow. At that point there is the comes out from the drop. When it comes out from the drop, at that time it suffers the phenomena of refraction. That means if the sunlight experiences the 2 reflection and 2 internal reflection inside a drop, so secondary rainbow is formed. Secondary rainbow is formed. During the first reflection, so here the sunlight gets divided into its different colors. These different colors first totally internal reflection experienced by the inner surface of the water drop. Then again it experiences the total internal reflection and then reflection and comes out from the water drop. So this way the secondary rainbow is formed. Here the process takes place in 4 steps: reflection, reflection, again reflection, and then reflection. So here what's happened? when the light rays undergoes the two internal reflection inside the rainbow instead of the one. In primary rainbow, you have only the single internal reflection take place, but here the two internal reflection take place. So here a secondary rainbow is formed, that is shown in the figure. Okay. Now the intensity of the light is reduced at the second reflection. So when the reflection takes place, with whatever the intensity here, the light is reflected. So here what's happened? The 100% light is reflected in total internal reflection. But when the second reflection takes place, at that time intensity of the incident light and reflected light is going to reduce. And hence the secondary rainbow is fainter. That means the intensity of the secondary rainbow is very less compared to the primary rainbow. Okay. And also the order of the color in secondary rainbow are reversed than the primary. Because in primary the top is red and bottom is violet and bottom is violet. Now the secondary rainbow, that is for primary. Secondary rainbow is formed just above the primary rainbow, like this way. Here the red color and top is violet. But here the intensity of this is less. That is the secondary rainbow. That is the secondary rainbow. Primary rainbow is formed only three-step process: reflection, plus reflection, and plus reflection again. While the secondary rainbow is formed, first the reflection plus two times reflection. Reflection plus reflection inside a water drop, and then experience the reflection. So here the process takes place with the secondary rainbow in 4 different steps, while in primary there is in 3 steps. So that is the formation of the secondary rainbow. Clear this thing? Okay. So today we discuss about the dispersion of light and also what is the natural occurrence. That means the rainbow is formed, the primary and secondary. And then we are going to discuss about the okay, here the dispersion is complete.